A Complete Unknown is getting a lot of critical acclaim in recent months. Numerous Oscar nominations, three acting nominations actually. The key ones, of course, was lady who played Joan Baez, Timothy Chalamet playing Dylan, and our good Ed Norton playing Pete Seeger. Very strong performance. He's probably going to win an Oscar for this. But there's a key scene in the movie where two of Dylan's paramours kind of come together unofficially in regards to a song. Of course, it ain't me, babe. Just like the movie version of I'm Easy, Keith Carradine in Nashville 50 years later, it drives forward the plot. There's a lot of parallels. You'll see what I mean in a second. So basically, he's playing it on stage with Joan Baez, his current girlfriend or on and off girlfriend, seeing it. She gets very emotional, thinking either the song is about her, the song is about Dylan singing about her, or about Joan Baez. She doesn't like it, and basically she turns against him, and she gives a kind of a crazy. I think it's Elle Fanning plays the actress. Plays the girlfriend. Gives her a really crazy look of not of recognition but of anger. Now, the song itself ain't me, babe. Dylan said later on he's singing it more in recent years against the media that wants to pigeonhole him, saying it's ain't me, babe, I'm not the one you're looking for. But the song initially in all aspects was about a bad relationship. Now, It Ain't Me, Babe is a song by Bob Dylan that originally appeared on his fourth album, Another Side of Bob Dylan, was released in '64 by Columbia. According to music critic Oliver Traeger, the song, along with others on the album, marked a departure for Dylan as he began to explore the possibilities of language and deeper levels of the human experience. Within a year of its release, the song was picked up as a single by folk rock act The Turtles and country artist Johnny Cash, who sang it as a duet with his future wife June Carter. Jan and Dean also covered the track on their folk and roll LP in '65, and I basically believe it's a top 10 Dylan song. Now, recorded on June 9th, '64 and released on August 8th, '64, recorded at 30th Street Studio in New York City. Now, the song is a little bit longer than your typical single at 3:33, with Tom Wilson as producer. Now, Dylan's biographers generally agreed that the song owes its inspiration to his former girlfriend, Susie Rotolo. He reportedly began writing the song during his visit to Italy in '63 while searching for her, who was studying there. Clinton Highland reports that a Times reporter at a May '64 Royal Festival Hall concert, where Dylan first played It Ain't Me, took the chorus as no, 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 like no, 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 it ain't me, babe, as a parody of the Beatles' Yeah, 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 and She Loves You. Nat Hentoff, late October '64 New York article on Dylan, includes an account of Hentoff's presence on the evening of June '64 in the CBS recording studio when Dylan recorded this and a dozen or so other songs. After some description of the recording studio and booth exchanges among Dylan, his friends, and the session's producers, Hentoff describes the moment. Dylan, Hentoff writes, went on to record a song about a man leaving a girl because he was not prepared to be the kind invincible hero and all-encompassing provider she wanted. It ain't me you're looking for, babe. And I think at the time it was one of the first musical songs to use the word babe as a verb and as a noun. Like, I'm not your babe, and babe, I'm not your babe, babe. He, Dylan, sang with finality, Hentoff writes in his piece. The melody in both phrases used the scale descending through a minor third. Now, Dylan had played at the Royal Festival Hall on Sunday, May 17, '64. The Times reviewed the performance in the following day's edition under the heading of a Minnesota minstrel. However, the review makes no mention of Ain't Me, Babe. Now, Dylan and Johnny Cash were admirers of each other's work, which is talked about in A Complete Unknown in kind of a semi-fictional way. Cash had recorded a song with June Carter. The song was released on Cash's '65 album, Orange Blossom Special, and became a crossover hit. The song was also featured in the 2005 film about Cash's life, Walk the Line, performed by Joaquin Phoenix and Reese Witherspoon on the film soundtrack. Now in '65, yet again the big year for that song, the Turtles also had a breakthrough hit single of it, which reached number 8 in the US and was then featured on their debut album of their same name. Hard to believe they had a song just as big as Happy Together, but they did. Now, He Ain't Me, Babe was among many Dylan songs recorded by Joan Baez, his paramour, in the early years of her career. Baez's version appeared on her '64 album, Joan Baez 5, which also included Go Away From My Window. Additionally, Baez's '67 album, Live in Japan, contains the song. They used to sing it on tour together, and it's featured kind of in the movie. Dylan Baez, again, sang a duet of It Ain't Me Babe at the Newport Folk Festival on July 24, 64, as can be seen in the 2007 documentary film The Other Side of the Mirror, and her Halloween performance in 64 of it may be heard on the Bootleg Series, Volume 6, Bob Dylan Live 1964, Concert at the Philharmonic Hall, released in 2004. Now, Kesha covered the song during the 2016 Billboard Music Awards, probably the worst cover of any Dylan song ever. So if you watch the movie, like I said, you pretty well know what I'm really getting at, because the whole denouement is when Dylan goes electric. But the Elle Fanning character who plays the girlfriend, I think it's basically, it was confusing to me because the first thing came into my mind, does she really know what the song is all about? Not the character she was playing, but the actress. You could see on her face, she was kind of, it's very simplistic that he wrote it about his relationship with Joan Baez. No. A song can be written about any amalgam of people. I give an example. Paul McCartney was squiring 3 different women around the same time he was singing about Here, There, and Everywhere and Yesterday and all that. We don't know it's about Jane Asher or his 2 other paramours. This was long before Linda Eastman. Now, when they were singing, you got Norwegian Wood, right? Who was John Lennon singing about? Was it Maureen Cleave? Or was it other girlfriends? Was it Joan Baez as well? Because allegedly John Lennon and Joan Baez either slept together physically or sexually when Lennon was touring with Joan Baez or around the same time, so it's all interpretation. For example, William Whalen, Jessie Coulter is a big part of that. She's a good-hearted woman, loved with a good time and man. So he was singing obviously about Jessie Coulter, but it could have been an amalgam of other women. When you're dealing with a folk rock country song of the 60s, there was different interpretations. Like, for example, the song Happy Together is a gay anthem now, because when the Nylons covered it, long after the Turtles put it out, gay couples across Canada, specifically Ontario, Quebec, and the Maritimes, used that as their love song. Happy together, I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life. That was a gay love song, a re-Christian gay love song. So when I hear Happy Together now, I think of the 1960s, but I think about our nice a cappella group, the Nylons, who did a great version of the Canadian anthem at the World Series. It's all a matter of the writer. It's all in interpretation. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would go see or rent Complete Unknown, because the Albert Grossman actor, the guy who plays Albert Grossman, is great. The guy who plays Johnny Cash is great. Ed Norton plays a great Pete Seeger. And the movie is it's half about Pete Seeger and Bob Dylan. And the person who plays Woody Guthrie dying of a consumption is quite interesting. But Timothée Chalamet should win an Oscar for this, in my personal opinion. He probably wouldn't because politics. But I think Ed Norton's gonna win an Oscar. And let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. It's an Oscar bait movie. You know what's going to happen. But like I said, how it's put together, it's quite good. Like they're stretching the facts, and it's like a Truman Capote style version. When I saw it in Frankton, New Brunswick, the capital of New Brunswick, I was the second youngest person there. My wife was 42. I'm 59. She was the second youngest. It's a movie for everybody, but specifically for our generation. And there's a lot of, it's many chapters in Dylan's life. It's like a jigsaw interpretation of what he did. So I give the movie 3.5 stars out of 4. I give that performance of Bob Dylan as Timothée Chalamet as Bob Dylan 5-star. One of the most consistent performances of a music icon in recent history. And Timothée Chalamet, great talent, and I'm hoping in the next 20 years he does as many roles as possible. He's really improving as an actor, and I'm really proud to say he is a true film star. He has arrived. Have a good one. Don't forget, give us a like, comment, subscribe, or share.